Welcome back to another battle, everybody. Today we're playing Progressive Capitals on the Ground Zero map. We're playing as a green player out of the 4th position. And we're doing this as part of the map review series we've been doing on the channel, where we take a look at all of these various risk maps and stack them up against each other. Well, not stack them up. That's Tier List Tuesday. But we're taking a look at all the brand new maps. I'm all over the place here. I'm trying to focus on the board to see where a good cap spot would be, while also trying to play for... I want to find a good cap spot. That's the biggest thing. Blue is seemingly botted. I think this one here, well, risky. If white and blue are both botted, and we'll see if that retains... Black going here will obviously derail whatever I try to do. But this cap spot here is a 1-point hold. Wow, black goes there. I'm surprised with all this material in here. I probably would have gone either on the 1 or the 4 here. I think the 1 is probably a slightly better spot. A very split board with all of the blizzards that we have here. Each of these are actually very impactful. This one here. This one here, this one's not so, but this one here, and then this one in particular is going to be the most impactful one. So I am going to go here. We're going to hope we don't get rolled by the black player. With blue flagged, maybe purple goes behind me. That could be certainly problematic as well. But it doesn't 1-point hold. This is the only spot here that 1-point holds this entire +4 bonus behind me in entertainment. Obviously where black does as well. But if I start here with white flagged, presumably the bot doesn't try to roll me there. And with blue flagged, maybe he caps next to me, but also theoretically shouldn't try to roll me there. So really comes down to whether or not the black player tries to roll me. And we'll see if that is something they entertain. It certainly, with the strength of their capital, is very, very possible. But I'm playing the long game here in terms of trying to capture as much material in the back behind me as possible. So then I'm holding singular point here. Now this 1 point extends actually out to all the way out to the 4 here, even further, really out to white's 2. Technically, white's 2 1-point holds all of this here. This up top runs on a 1-point all the way to the territory that the white territory borders. So a lot of open stuff, but I didn't want to see this 4. You would think looks appealing, but it doesn't actually properly hold any bonus. The flats bonus does not connect between these two territories here. So you're left trying to hold it from 2 separate sides, which I don't think is a fruitful bonus. It's a +4. I almost think it should be worth more than 4, simply because of how split up these 2 territories on the top part of it are from the bottom territories over here. So we'll see what happens. Blue has fully flagged. That bot cap is actually behind me as well. So theoretically, this will attack off up into me, and then maybe we can capture it afterwards. And we'll start our turn with 6 troops. I don't think that's going to end up being a bonus take besides this +1 maybe. So it's potentially not in my best interest to even go for a turn 1 bonus. Maybe trying to get the entertainment bonus, or at least clearing some material out back there, wouldn't be a bad idea. But cap strength is going to be integral for my success early. White is a bot, so it's really going to come down to what do red... I'm actually the only one that knows what the blue cap is, so that may come in handy trying to take this later. Clearing out my opponents behind me is going to be pretty important. Black is going to go heavy in here. That is a +4. So I think removal of black behind me, probably the most important thing I can do for myself. If red happens to be on axe throwing or Bloody Marias or farmer's market or night markets, then that's a pretty big bummer for myself. But if not, then the board is open. The floor is mine in terms of trying to take this whole area back here. Now, again, the 1-point hold itself only actually 1 points this +4, half of the +8, half of this +4. I don't know if that was me lagging or black, but black didn't do anything, and then very quick attacks all in succession. See, I don't know. I'd start with 8 here. I almost wonder, this was a concern of mine, was that he was going to try to take the galleries bonus, and he is going to take the galleries bonus. I won't have any opportunity for this split bonus early. I don't think there's any real reason for me to let red hold here if he doesn't stack against me. I really don't think that that's a good idea. And he does stack against me. Okay. So we start with 6. Could roll the 4 out, but I think removal of black here. And removal of white. I think that's a good place to start. It's not the full bonus. Maybe purple rolls this 3 off. I gotta kind of pace myself here. I can take this bonus on the next turn. I have at least a 2 fortify unless black hits me in the back here. But my assumption would be where black is. Hopefully blue doesn't put too much behind me. I'm fine with 5 against me. Perfectly fine. I am plenty okay with that stack there. I do fear slightly. Good amount rolling off as well. I do fear slightly that it will... is this a small bonus here? No, it's the whole thing in there. That's fine. I fear slightly that the white has actually already lost its cap. I wonder if purple took that. I don't think red did. Maybe black did, but I don't think red did. Blue does not roll off this cap back here. So trying to push my luck here, if this is a weak spot here, eventually removing red is not going to be a bad idea. Black does not have this whole bonus, despite the fact that it looked like they took it. So chance red is capped on one of these 2 territories here, which would give him a pretty decent 1-point hold. But again, this blizzard here keeps the blue cap trap behind me. Black doesn't bother doing anything to me. So then it comes down to, all right, is red getting 7? Is he getting 8? What does red's turn look like here? He does get 7. My concern is that red's going to try to take the split of the square, and then I'm not going to have the ability to remove him until far later in the game because he commits a bunch of troops behind me. So I am mildly concerned about that. And this is where that concern begins. 6 on 3, not 100% roll. If he loses quite a few here, he doesn't get the 2 here. But again, if he's in the back here, we don't want him in here at all. So if I see him appear here, we target this before we target purple, I think. But if this is just defensive, he doesn't hit here, then we have time. But ideally, I win this +4. We get the 2 fortify or whatever else we have here. You know, we knock purple out of this territory. Not great dice. I'm going to remove black here. I'm not going to remove black there. Okay, 3-on-1 fails. Probably for the best that the 3-on-1 failed. Purple does have that white capital, by the way. Unless he has freight side, right? Black could have the cap and oh no, black actually wouldn't have the capital. And we know red has this. So getting this bonus is great if I'm able to hold it. If I'm not able to hold it, doesn't look so good. Let's see what blue does. Bot still has its cap. If the bot comes in places here and rolls up through this region, we're looking great back here. If not, look, if this doesn't roll off anytime soon, we're not looking as good, but that should be okay. It's really going to come down to where purple and the original white cap are, because I wouldn't be surprised if red was in this area, capped down in here. White places here. So they'll take off of either one of these 3. It's going to take off the 3 there. That's fine. 5 stays stacked on me. Honestly, bot staying stacked on me is not a bad thing. It's going to come down to, does black have this bonus? He does. Does he hit me in the back? And it looks like no. So maybe he goes into red. Maybe red doesn't even actually have a cap in this area. He is certainly, yeah, I thought red might lose his cap. He has committed too much off cap here. This 9 is going to go back to the left, which does give me extra time to clear that which is behind me. So I go 5 here to get this and then the rest here. And we just continue trying to prioritize what's behind myself. I don't actually want to break red on this spot either. So this here, 5 on 2 is not 100% roll, but I should entertain removing that. Find a little bit of purple. Get black and red out of there. So black is at least removed from behind me. Purple's still only getting 7. If he commits behind me, I think that's probably a mistake. Looks like he'll likely end up playing for the rest of his board. So we should be able to full clear behind us. And again, if blue rolls off of the capital, the cap becomes mine pretty much for free. Now again, pretty bad dice. Even 2 roll there. What did we hit on purple on the 3? Lost 2 on purple on the 3 on the previous turn. Blue bot's still getting 5. Red is actually fully flagged, so I'm glad I removed black, or at least perceived to have removed black. Blue does attack off. So we'll get the blue capital, and hopefully a removal of purple back here can 1 point hold up on top, and then have... I won't have the full +8, so we may as well keep white behind us here. I don't know how much is going to be here, so I'm going to do 6 here, whatever we have left here. Hope it works out for us. So black keeps the bonus, keeps red's cap, probably clears whatever is behind himself here. He is capped on army surplus, so he's a 2-point card block down in this area without opening up the capital, but does hold the bonus. Red is getting 5. So it seems... I don't think that rolls me. It seems that red has the cap still lost. All 3 players flag, so we're playing a 3-human game right now. But black didn't actually break the +2 here. So this bot stays with those troops there. I do have a trade, and I don't want to use it. That fortifies away slightly. Should be there. This should be here. This is exclusively purple behind me there. Blue's 2 on a 3. I'll fortify this back. We pick up a second capital, and now you can tell full clear behind us. Purple also getting 10, so I think must have picked up the +2 and territory count maybe on that last turn. Nothing else really makes a whole lot of sense, and I do apologize for the lack of visibility on this particular board right now. They are working to make it so you can zoom out a little bit further. I know this is one of the maps that it is a tough fit on the board without overlapping stuff. I'm going to do my best to show it all, but it's not great. But this is, again, one of the new maps from the brand new map pack. I think I want to try to hold behind black here. This is going to be an extra +4 in the square, even with that blizzard there. And if I get removed, I get removed, but if red doesn't hit me out of here, it may be in my best interest to sit back here with quite a few extra troops if I can. Spot keeps placing next to me and then fortifying away. Or hitting away. I think it's possible there's a blue and white bot battle in here. I think that is likely. Black is down to 5, so that may have been a hit from the purple player, and actually a cap loss. Red gets 7, so red bot took... This may full clear me back here. Let's say red bot took the... Come on, bad dice, bad dice. Lost 3, that's actually... Oh, it won't even roll this then. Oh, red gets out over here. Okay. So black does not retake the red capital. Maybe he makes it sitting right here. I think a 15 cap should survive. That is a potentially massive play for us. Black retaliates on purple, breaks presumably the bonus that he took. Because I don't think red broke here. I think purple did. Maybe red did. Kind of a weak cap up here, but we at least got two caps in both spots. 19. I don't think that's going to do much to me. Hits my 4. I really don't think that's a problem. He trades early to do this maneuver. Maybe we fed him white. No, he stops. He even found the black territory there, so I hit my 4 virtually for no reason. And now we're in kind of a situation where maybe we've got red, maybe we've got white, maybe we've got blue. All potential eliminations here. Now, neither of my caps, forward-facing caps, are super strong. And I actually don't dislike this red cap here. I just think he needed to defend it better. You know, you don't inherently play for the caring about the break. If you get broken, you get broken. It is what it is. You got to have cap defense. He had 6 troops staring at me when black took the cap from him. Now, I am moderately concerned that black is going to come and take me out here of this spot, and that would be, and he's only got 5. He is going to get the second best trade in, though, because purple blotted out. So we got to hope that if he comes for this, 1, the cap doesn't open, and 2, he gets bad dice on the roll, and he gets atrocious dice on the roll. Didn't even check to see that it was red's cap, and actually gets the break off onto me here. I may full commit my trade into this. Or better yet, I may try to eliminate red here. If this is the end of red. Although if it doesn't... I don't know if it'd be taking cards here. We get the best trade in. We've got an extra +4. I do need to defend up here. 18 troops. +2 on Bloody Marys back there. Bloody Marias, I guess. 22, 25, sure. Had a feeling. Not letting you hold there. Red. Red does actually set me. Can I chain this into blue as well? Can I chain this into white as well? Not looking like it. That's all right. Purple doesn't have a set, so... And he doesn't trade off of white either. So he could theoretically kill white here. He's actually full sending me. He won't be able to take the capital. He found some little truce situation with the black player. Now black probably does have a trade in, but black won't be able to kill me. I simply have too many territories right now, and the 16 cap down at the bottom to boot. Here's the concern, is that black eliminates white. Purple should have taken white there. Probably could have taken the kill on white there. Maybe he's got white kill guarded up top, but I think he probably took all of these territories in the +8. So this +8 is completely split by this blizzard here. Black obviously only on 5. If he trades in and sends the capital, then he basically guarantees himself a loss. If he kills white, that's where things get a little bit interesting, because I've likely flipped the spot on the board where I'm looking here. He could theoretically chain white into purple, and that might be what he does. That would be the smart play, is targeting white. He doesn't target white. We have a trade on 5. Put 25 troops here just in case he tries to push into me. We have the Joker if we need it. And purple, by aggressing me instead of making the correct play here. Ooh, I'm going to leave 4 here. I don't know that white is stuck there. Get white out. This should be a pretty cut and dry win. Get white for the cards. Alrighty, get him for the cards. He was holding white hostage, at least sort of. Let's trade them both. I don't think black has a whole lot of troops left. And this is... Oh, he is. Oh, he has nothing. He tried to kill purple, I think. I meant to world dom him, but whatever. He can stay alive with one extra territory. A little bit unsatisfying there. I meant to see if he had a trade on 4. I pathed that wrong. I needed this split, but this was ground zero. Very blizzards on, and I think I mentioned this in our first review of this map. Without the blizzards, purple was a grandmaster. Wow. Okay, purple was GM. Blue and white, who botted immediately, both intermediate. Red, novice, not super surprised by the lack of cap defense, and then black, an expert. I think a true grandmaster would have tried to get white there, but I guess we had to hit through a little bit back here, so maybe he didn't feel how much. I don't know how much I hit through back there, but I think purple had that elimination and just didn't take it, which is surprising for a player with this rank, but who knows? I think I mentioned in our first look at this map that blizzards would be pretty bad for this for capitals. I tend to agree. I think it's 1-point card blocks galore, super big honeypot pockets and whatnot. I'm interested to see what you guys think. I think the first map we looked at, and especially the next two, will be more balanced in terms of progressive capitals on them. I do think they're all very good progressive world domination maps. Without blizzards. I think blizzards is the big thing that kind of scuffs these maps up a little bit. But I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. We're very, very close to 3,000 subscribers, so I appreciate your support. And as always, everybody, I have been C Money. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a tremendous rest of your day. Peace.